Hello, everybody, and welcome back to
Boo, you whore.
a show about whatever the fuck we want. My name is Benji, and I just have one simple question.
Do I look upset to you?
Oh, my name is Mac, and I'm currently learning how to speak French. Oui.
My name is Mikey, and poppers? No, pepper.
And
Why she have to
my
turn?
name, bitch.
Oh,
That's my whole intro.
That's it.
Um, my name is Morgan, and Dr. Pepper. I barely even know her.
Mom, she's fading. Um, Speaking of not fading into the background, today we are going to be reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, Episode 8, and I love
Because they what? Ate.
because they ate. But we also, of course, gotta dance. All right, make sure to give us a like, comment, subscribe, get into this conversation with us, and follow us on our socials. Because if you're not, girl, what are you doing? Listen,
This is
that was
good.
giving very American Idol. Call 1-888 000, what, like whatever the fuck.
678 998 212.
Nerd, anyway.
Ooh,
Um,
my 2008 threw me.
About to say nerd because I know the song Kiss Me Through the Phone.
Right, literally.
That's such a
Back when
nerd
playlist.com
thing.
was still a thing.
yeah.
And y'all could embed that onto whatever social media page. Listen, I'm aging myself. Anyway, so we come back
On the
in.
MySpace.
Girl, I didn't even the top eight. Oh, we're not even at the
Because they
top eight.
what? Ate.
Eight.
I never knew her. Sorry.
It's okay. Neither did I.
I was
I
beyond
never
my
had
time.
one. I never had one, but I knew about her.
No, she
Mm.
had Facebook before she actually had like MySpace. But speaking of MySpace, we come back into the workroom, and
Holding
Susie starts
MySpace.
by congratulating Miss Anya for winning the challenge last week, but is still
Mhm.
living in full ass delusion
Girl.
in the fact that she thought she should have won the challenge for Snatch Game.
I'm going to be a Susie defender in this moment, in this one moment.
Okay.
I feel like it's not giving still bitter that she didn't win. It's bitter at herself that she didn't do as well as she thought she was going to. And I think it still just kind of reads as bitter. So like I don't know, but Susie gives to me like somebody who is fairly self-aware up until this episode.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I feel like girls are dogging on Susie right now because she was cracked, and like I'll give her that. I think she was cracked when she didn't win,
Oh,
but
fully.
I didn't feel like it was that kind of tea in this moment.
Okay.
She does
Maybe
admit that she feels shaken about by the opinions of her sister, so maybe that also is a partial thing to take into consideration.
It is a little strange with the dynamic of like Susie 2 versus like all the other girls that love to like dig into her. Because like I feel like Susie, if she was like going to win the season, they wouldn't be showing Susie having all this like delusional moments.
necessarily agree with that.
Well,
I
She
feel like we've
can.
I
seen
do.
we've seen winners be delusional before, and I think like I would agree with you if Susie like hadn't had a win up until this point, but like she has two of them. They're
Yeah.
the judges are really responding well to Susie, and I think like I don't know if she's gonna take it in the end. I don't know if she makes it that far, but I think clearly she has a really solid run.
Mhm.
Hmm.
She's clearly a very important character on this season, and I
Oh,
think
definitely.
I think What I also really love is that like the one girl that's never like questioned Susie in that way is the other front runner. It's Anya.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like
It's true.
Anya has always been so real about recognizing Susie's talent. And Susie has a moment in this episode where she's like, I want to be mad, but that bitch is so goddamn talented that like I can't be mad that she's just talented. And like that's a real ass take.
Hmm.
Real.
Sometimes you want to be mad, but you're just like, fuck.
No, that's so real. So we come in another it's another day in the workroom, and Corey and Lydia literally be hugging and all up on each other at the workroom. It's
Imagine
pretty
if Lucky Stars
weird.
was still here and there were
Girl,
two
girl,
showmates.
Girl.
girl. Literally with Corey already calling Lydia her wife.
Hmm.
Well, but also calling each other what, like brother and
Yes.
Oh
sister and or mother and
yeah.
Bro.
daughter
Yes, and sister.
and sister, like
Girl, the,
They
the
are.
family the family tree.
They
Drag queens
are what
being
they are.
freaky.
and
Literally.
Sam Star goes, y'all ain't even from Alabama.
She did.
And they officially like did an official press release today, saying that they are officially together still
Yeah.
and
Yep.
going strong.
Ooh.
And I think
It's
Corey
been
also
pretty
said
clear.
something at
Yeah,
Roscoe's as well.
I
I
it
think,
has been clear, like literally in all social media, they're all over each other
yeah,
Yeah.
and
constantly
I think
together.
they probably weren't allowed to like actually say that until they like it
Their
was
showings
revealed
ever
on the
started.
show
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it was like a story, like a an important story beat at some point.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
like, it was under their NDA, and that's so funny.
They're just constantly together.
And speaking of relationships, the Maxi Challenge is announced, and it's going to be the Rusical, with the Wicked Wiz of Oz, the Rusical presented by Today Ticks, aka the bitches that are fronting the money for this year.
Mm-hmm.
And like MTV, they ate that.
They did.
Hmm. Hmm. This
That's
is
one
like the
thing.
musical I would want to do,
Mhm.
100%, if I had to choose any of them.
And it's funny because Philippines, the last season of Philippines just did Wicked too. Um, and
Is
I
that right?
theirs was good. Like I I think it was perfectly the right time to do something like this.
Mm.
Wicked is still like in people's minds because there's still the next movie coming out this year. This
Hmm.
year!
This year, and for all my girlies that have Peacock that know what that is, she's coming to stream on March 21st. Go peep her if you haven't already.
If you're not broke, go buy it on physical, like
Oh.
me.
Real.
Um I
Buy
think
physical
this is
media.
real. I think this is the second time where there has been like the release of a movie or a show and then Drag Race like with really good timing will have a challenge based around that media. Like S Squirrel Games at the very start and Squid
Hmm.
Games, like that was very perfect. And then like Wicked is still a little fresh in people's mind, like it like a little bit, and having that challenge is like really really cool to see. And I wonder if MTV has something to do with that. Like
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like MTV is like really helping like Drag Race with these challenges and kind of helping to line up certain projects. And I'm just like very excited for that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think having a big established like pop culture network like MTV behind RuPaul's Drag Race now is really great for like being able to keep Drag Race up to date
Mhm.
because I think sometimes in older seasons the references they would use that were trying to be modern were
Yeah.
still a little bit dated. And so it was really cool. Like I like that they have things that are applicable to like what people are talking about now.
Right.
I'm just really excited for the ridiculousness episode
Bye.
of Drag
Five.
Race.
I literally was about to say, like, I
Chanel
think
West
maybe
Coast
we're
for guest
getting,
judge.
Oh, and she does that little hamster
oh
laugh
my
she got.
God,
Something like that.
the lip sync being one of her
Mhm.
songs. Insert one of her
Real.
songs.
I mean, her hit
Um,
song.
Her hit song.
which one?
Yeah.
Crickets, mama.
Runs to Spotify. Anyway, Chanel. I'm
Blueberry
doing it.
Chills. Alcoholic. I used to listen to her music.
I used to listen to
Carl,
Alcoholic was one of the ones I used to listen to.
And I
Time
can't
and
even call
Space.
it every single
Yeah.
day I drink like an alcoholic. Me at 10. Like me who's
Listen.
never even seen an alcohol.
Alcohol.
Like,
Oh my God.
Get Chanel
Um,
West Coast on Drag Race.
yeah, oh
Anyway,
my God. So speaking of alcohol, so they decided to let the girls be of their own devices and pick their parts. So they wanted drama from the start.
mhm.
There's a
Yeah,
two
because of
Oh, no,
part,
course.
now notice how they even start saying from the beginning, you'll be auditioning for roles.
and then none of them auditioned. Not a single soul, not a single bitch.
They're like,
Um,
well, we're not doing that actually.
so there is a two-part to this, to what I like to
Mhm.
call part gate. So part one,
Girl,
a
out the
girl,
gates.
got all the gates today. So in part gate, Susie and Acacia go at it for what was it the good? No, the Green
Miss
Witch.
Kansas Dorothy.
Oh, Miss
Miss
Kansas
Candace
Dorothy.
Dorothy. Hmm.
And Susie tries to she's trying to monologue on why Acacia should not get this part. And Acacia was just like the tree bitch, was not budging
Girl,
whatsoever.
she should have budged.
And
She
no,
should
on
have
top of
budged.
that,
She should have budged.
I mean, she should have, um, but Lexi and Sam also doubled down with Acacia and clocked Miss Susie for being like, you got what you wanted for the RuPaul's live thing. So no, you don't always get your way this entire time. So no, you shouldn't get it. And stuck with Miss Acacia. Acacia did get the role, but then Susie decided to throw the smallest in voice but biggest in attitude hissy fit and said, "Go off, Acacia." And Miss Acacia clocked her immediately and said, "What did you say?
oh,
What did you say?" And she said, "No, go
Girl.
off." Like, no, girl, say it with your chest. Say it with your
No,
full
I
chest.
hate an anti-confrontational bitch. Like you had something to say, why don't you go ahead and say it? Because I didn't hear you.
me,
So
an
now I want you to say it.
anti-confrontational bitch. I'm like, oh,
I'm like the exact opposite. I'm like, let's speak on it now. I
You
want
know,
to talk about it.
you know that song that goes, "Say what you need to say." That's Morgan.
Literally. I'm like, I'm in your face. Now let's say it.
Right, because like we're talking about it, so let's talk about it.
Like you wanted to talk about it. I was fine. So now I'm here and I want to talk about it and you don't want to talk about it. It gave scared.
And
But
then we get to the good part.
oh, Miss Ma'am.
hmm.
So
Girl.
part gate, part two, Jules and Corey from his Good Witch, where Corey's argument for the role, which was fucking stupid in my opinion,
Girl.
was
Okay.
that she did
Oh,
not have enough body for the role, as Miss Jules pops out that says, she said that's why things are being provided for us. Like,
like I agree with both sides here because
okay.
when I hear this argument, I immediately know like what part it is they're fighting for, and uh and it's the Dance 10 Looks 3
Yeah,
from Chorus Line, the tits
yeah,
and ass. Like I
yeah.
can
When am I
understand
gonna get tits?
Corey's, yeah, like I can understand Corey's sentiment of like this part should be somebody that has ridiculous body. Um, is that enough to
Yeah.
like to guarantee you the role? No, but
Oh,
I understand where Corey's coming from in this one.
And like I feel like Corey is known for her Boston booty and her body, and that's like one of her full personality traits besides bad drag,
Oh,
sleeping with Lydia, and
lip syncing.
lip syncing. I was also gonna say like the worst sister from Plain and Her is like the fifth, like the other one, but yeah.
So you're nasty. Okay.
Well, yes.
and
Well,
one of my favorite lines of the episode pops out in Miss Jules, where she reads her right back and says, "I can buy a body, you can't buy comedy."
okay, can I comment on this because it was funny, and then I saw an edit that somebody made of Jules on TikTok with that being the little intro line, and Jules commented on it. It was like the funniest part of this is that Corey is the funniest person I've ever met in my entire life. Like you already have the comedy actually, but I'm gonna say what I need to say.
Like
She said,
that's the thing. You I love that these girls aren't afraid to bring the drama, but at the end of the day, they're still friends.
Yeah,
They
yeah."
know that this was TV drama and they've gotten over it.
I thought that was just the funniest thing ever. Like, yeah, I did say that. However, you are the funniest person I've ever met in my entire life.
And there was a clip of I think it was Jules and Lexi Love at like a viewing party for this episode.
Yeah,
And Anya's part was playing, and they were just like living and dancing for her. And it's like it's so clear that like these girls are good at making good drama,
yeah,
but
Mhm.
also like getting through it as sisters and being like,
Yeah.
girl, that was a great TV moment. We ate
Which is
that.
what we need this in reality TV.
Yeah.
Bring
Yes.
back people that aren't afraid to fight and just get over it because we are here. The number one thing we're here for, yeah, we're here for a competition. You're here to make a TV show.
This is a TV show.
Like,
If you wanted to compete in a competition, go do one that is not televised, that is going to
exactly.
have like objective criteria. You are here to make a TV show. You came here because you wanted to be on TV.
Literally. And that's my thing with like all reality competition shows now is like the people that go on there and they're just like a dud the whole time and don't do anything and don't try to stand out at all. It's like you this is still television. Do you want your season to air? Because if you're not doing anything, you're gonna get your show canceled, babe. Like
or just
The
themselves.
This is definitely one of my favorite casts
hmm
in general because of the drama. There's some really great drag. Like it. A lot of people were like, "Oh, seasons 3, 4, 5, 6 are like peak Drag Race." I kind of think
Well, and
17
still
is
are.
like.
like,
Well, I still think 17's like getting up there for
oh,
sure.
this is peak. We finally made it.
I
Peak
think
Yeah,
there's
modern
two
era.
peaks. I think there's two
For
peaks.
me,
Peaks and valleys.
Hmm.
I think it peaked in the early seasons, had a little decline, and then has kind of gotten back up and plateaued for me.
hmm
I don't foresee it peaking again, but
hmm
I can see it maintaining the plateau for a little while. And I
I'd say
think
like 15 was like the new plateau, and now
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
like here.
very that.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
And
like
it's good seasons. It's not like
yeah,
it's like a bad
Yeah.
plateau. It's like these are
yeah.
all good
hmm
seasons.
And I think that
Season
like
16, 17.
I think that I was like coming into this season, I didn't necessarily like feel super enthused by the cast after watching like the promo material. But since the season
True.
has started, I've just like totally fallen in love with this cast. And I think that happens every season. Like once you really get to see them
Yeah.
on the TV.
Unless you're season 15 and you have the best promo of all time.
Well, yes.
T,
So,
I
me still having the season 15
literally.
shot as my computer background. It's literally just the whole cast photo of them on the car. It's so
It's
good.
period.
real.
Season 15 is
It's
the one time you look at a picture of all the contestants and you're like, oh, I know who won already.
I
I could
also
say that
had
about a
I
few.
also had good Judy's on that season, so
Yes.
I love season 15.
You did have good
Yeah.
Judy's.
Judies. Yes,
Good
Judies.
Judy's.
Judy's.
Miss
Oh,
Amethyst and Miss Robin Fierce. I know
Yes,
those
Those
divas.
right,
that's
Judies.
those
right. You
are
need
her
a face
best
too.
friends.
I
Go
didn't
do a
say
podcast with
that.
them.
I said I
Girl.
know those divas and they are my good Judies.
Now welcome our special guest. Oh, honestly, that would be
Ruby De
sickening.
La Christ.
Ruby,
Miss Amy.
Ruby Delacroix, savior of
Shout out to
Morgan and the
Amy.
drag queen.
Shout out to Amy.
Shout
That
out to
diva.
Amy. Amy, if you ever want to be on the pod, we love you.
Come be with your good Judy.
Come be
I'm
with your good
sure
Judy and the
together we
rest
could
of
She
us.
scrape
she's
King
currently
dollars.
directing a
She's directing
production of
Rent. Yeah.
Rent
Yeah.
in Connecticut right now.
Oh
Which
wow.
we know another good Judy is participating in.
Uh, Ms. Bard,
Oh really?
Mhm.
Gag.
Yes, yes.
love that diva.
Oh wow.
Shout out to them. Doesn't dox them.
Doesn't dox them. But speaking of not doxing, so after watching the rehearsal, who do we feel most confident in going into this challenge? And vice versa, who do we not feel so confident in?
I feel like during the rehearsing of the dancing, I was a little scared for Anya.
Yeah.
Um
They were really trying to edit like, ooh, it's about to be rough for Miss Anya.
Mhm.
yeah.
She's a diva.
I it's funny though because like we all knew that Anya was going to do well in this.
Yeah,
It's a musical theater challenge, and she has mentioned multiple times that she has a degree in theater.
along with Miss
Like,
Susie too.
yeah. And so like they showed Anya struggling, and I was like, there's no way. There's literally no way.
Yeah, we'll get into that with the critiques later.
Um, and yeah, obviously I knew we knew Susie would at least hold her own.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
There's no way she'd land below safe in a challenge like this unless she like completely just like chose the wrong role, but she didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little nervous for my good sister, Miss Jules Sparkles. They saying she looking like a turkey.
Oh
Like,
Well,
my
and
God,
she was a little bit,
girl.
but she's got a bionic spine, so I
She
forgive her a
does.
little
We got
I
bit.
was like,
all right,
first of all,
literally.
that's ableist, and I won't stand
Oh,
for it.
Hey, when I dance, I look
girl,
like
you're
a
already
turkey too.
sat.
So like it's coming from a place of knowing,
No,
Jules. Like I
literally,
understand.
literally. She said, I got tired of reading these bitches for parts.
She said it'll look better with the body on. Don't worry.
Literally. But we had quite a bit of story time before the actual challenge and runway today. Um, Sam talks about the pressures of living up to being like more masculine and up to the societal standard. Um, but also talks about embracing drag when they got to play Ursula in The Little Mermaid in high school.
We're
Yeah.
diva.
Like literally. What I wouldn't give to be able to have that kind of experience at that age, but I was not as fortunate.
And was not either. We didn't have an after school drama club type thing.
They told her to go home.
Girl, they said you can do it in school and you'll be performing with the jocks in like the popularity contests. Like that's what
Mhm.
Oh,
our drama club was.
Mhm.
People that didn't want to
damn.
be there and we're just doing it for like a credit. So,
Morgan was like, "Oh, so they wanted to be Bad Girls Club."
girl, they wanted to be can't lead our lines. Like
Ooh.
They wanted to be the
Mm.
illiterate club.
Oh, not
literally
not a
like it was literally full of the people that like can't even read their thing in English class. Like, how are we getting the main role?
Me sitting in English class like, oh, I hope the teacher doesn't choose me to read this next passage.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's put on a show.
Let's do
There's
this.
a teacher that I have admired that we were reading a play that I already had started that year. So clearly, okay, I had the book with all my lines messaged in there. She was explaining something and then I got accused of I guess being a little too forward and sounding different than enthusiastic when she was trying to explain things. Basically got called the know-it-all. Um and I was like, ma'am, that's not it. Let me let me get things together because I'm not going to read more than a book on this good day.
Uh,
Um Speaking of reading, um, Acacia reveals that she lives with cystic fibrosis.
Work diva.
So for y'all
Thank
that
you,
don't
Mama,
know
for
what that is,
spilling.
Kudos to you for
no,
spilling.
it's
I'm sorry.
no,
Jesus.
I mean it gives that in a sense. However, it's a pretty
girl.
serious illness where like even a cold or a cough can like completely take you out, like
Hmm.
take years off you because people with this disease don't live very long.
Hmm.
So
I
she
think
she also touched on her family making those moments, as many moments as she can, because um, you know, she may not have
Right.
too long to make them.
I'm just gonna say something and like call me a bitch, whatever. Um, this was very much the like, oh, you're going home, sweetie episode where like we're throwing every personal thing at the wall about Acacia. Like
like
it felt so bad. I was like,
the
they're sending her home.
the producers knew to prompt her for this one
Literally.
Yeah.
during this makeup session, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Um,
Was anyone born with any illnesses?
Like they do not
like,
have that on the rap sheet when they got tested before they came over.
Oh, they know. They're like,
Right.
does anyone want to mention anything? Anyone?
Acacia.
how about
Acacia?
you,
Yeah,
Acacia?
yeah.
But no.
Hey, Acacia, why don't you go tell the girls about
I
your
will
chronic
Uh,
disease?
I will never forget when Kelly Mantle talked about how Prod asked her to ask Vivacious
Oh, mama.
about
Oh,
like
mama.
her childhood or something, or her
oh
family
yeah,
upbringing
yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that.
So vivacious. How was it going?
No, literally.
Well, they
Oh,
tried to drown
mama,
me in
they
the
tried to
ocean.
drown me in the river.
Yeah, like iconic.
But no, I'm glad that Acacia could bring some awareness in how she lives her life and with the disease that unfortunately has no cure. Um,
Mm,
but so something I was gonna mention as we get into Miss Arietti for story time is that they blended these stories really well to where like yes, you could probably tell like oh they're sending her home, but they tried to like mix it in with the others so it's like you don't really get the sense of that and you get to look at them more. But if we look at it hard enough, we obviously saw like, oh, okay, so her her
Yeah.
um but Arietti does reveal or talk about her struggles with weight as a kid and her battles against anorexia and bulimia. And it wasn't until she started drag and being more confident in herself that she had the courage to get help and love herself more and quit her behaviors, which is fucking beautiful. Like, yes, leave it to drag to be like, yes, I am that bitch. I don't need to do X, Y, and Z to make sure I feel like I am that bitch because I already am.
hmm.
I think it's good that she was able to find something that can let her express herself because I think a lot of time that's all we need. We just need an
Yeah.
outlet to be ourselves, whatever way that means for us. Like especially as queer people who are like forced to not be themselves in so many ways. Like
Yeah.
once you're able to find the thing that lets you do that, it really is freeing.
Sure.
All right. So if we have nothing else to say, we will get right into the runway. Our guest judges this week are Jamal Sims, who choreographed the Rusical,
Well, yes.
and the lovely, entertaining Adam Lambert.
Love,
Real,
diva.
real.
Listen,
The dress
stand
he
Adam
opened.
Lambert down. Literally.
Hmm.
I feel like in New Zealand, I didn't get a lot of exposure to Adam Lambert. All I really knew him from was like the song For Your Entertainment.
Uh,
But
Great song.
being a gay, I definitely learned more about like his career and like American Idol. Just had to make sure I got the right one of the 50 reality shows about singing. Which one was it? Like not The Voice, but and like
Let's say
what
there's like three
Adam.
important ones.
Oh, and how many of Simon Cowell?
Two.
Probably just
Two of
one.
them.
Two?
Two of
Two? Oh,
them.
okay.
Yeah.
Work. But I think Adam is like really, really brave and back then you couldn't really be out, and we saw that also with like Adore Delano when she did American Idol as well.
Oh, yes.
Hmm. What do you want from me?
Oh, that song too. Yes. No,
Yes.
that's
Me.
yes. Sorry.
Me feeling teen angst. Um,
Literally, like me blasting those songs through my wired headphones into my iPod Touch on the bus to school in the morning.
yes, mom. Hmm. Um, speaking of iPhone, speaking of iPods and iPhones, um, so the category is for this week parasols, shady ladies.
Love this
Love,
category.
love this
Mm-hmm.
category.
And
Mm-hmm.
with visual
Mm-hmm.
representation, first we have Miss Suzanne DeBarge to
Cute.
There,
It's cute.
there's things I really like about this, and there's like one thing that I'm a little like not the hugest fan of, and that would be the tights being a lot
darker.
darker than like her actual skin tone and
That's
anything
fair.
about the outfit itself. Um, but I do like Rue did mention that like her outfit is a really nice shade of blonde on her skin, and I agree with that. And I think this is like a cute look.
This was cute. I love a little like beige monochromatic moment. It was very chic. It was very like
It was
cute
like a
for Susie.
it was a very like glam moment for Susie. Like
Yeah, I thought it was
Yes.
cute. It was like a
and
safe, cute moment.
I'm like I other review shows have clocked a few of the girls for this already, but I was very much looking at whether the girls had a true parasol or an umbrella.
Oh,
Susie
real.
Toot gets a pass. She has a parasol.
She does have
Hmm.
a parasol.
Clock it.
For me, the only thing I have like a maybe like 1% issue with, for some reason I want the Fascinator to be smaller because she already has a pussycat wig on. So with her
But
having
if
that
you
big
make that any
fascinator
smaller,
on,
it's just a yarmulke. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the
it
Like
ya
I
it
feel like
it gives
the
it's
like
yarmulke,
Parisian
she took
like
yeah.
Auntie's yarmulke.
It has to be, I think it has to be like this kind of size for it to not read as that.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just to me, it like feels like a bump, and it's weird. Like, but that's me being very nitpicky. I love this look. I do agree with Mac though. The bottom half, the tights are questionable. They are questionable, but other than that, for me, I have no qualms, no issues with this look. This is a woo for me.
woo.
Yeah, it's a woo. And oh, we didn't even mention, but Susie's makeup looks gorge.
Oh,
I
listen.
was
She
just
looks
about to
so
say that.
pretty. She looks so pretty.
Um, two things actually. Number one, I
Yeah.
think the size of the little thing on her head, that little
Mhm.
look,
Yeah.
the little
Yeah.
pancake with rhinestones on it. I think that's very pretty pancake. I
Real.
like pancakes. But
I prefer
Yes, you
waffles.
do. I
Black
like French
the
toast.
Jack.
French
and
toast. Yes, Diva.
Oh, the way I had French toast today.
there have been times where I've been very critical of Susie's makeup when I felt like there was like a bit of a change, but I still didn't think it was up to par with a lot of the other queens. But this runway, I think her makeup is actually very good. And I'm really proud of the growth we've seen from walking into the workroom
Yeah.
week one to now. I'm very proud of her. And she gets a woo for me.
Oh,
Er,
So that's growth.
Now, speaking of got to be too dark for those tights, next to
bye.
the stage, we have Miss Jewel Sparkles. Damn, no
Okay.
one go
I
first. Oh.
well, okay. I think this is a really pretty dress, but to do it all in this completely black glitter fabric, it just it doesn't read very well. And on the parasol scale, Miss Jules gets a fail. That is an umbrella.
Yeah, I
Oh
was
wow.
disappointed. This wasn't the only person even this episode to do like an all black number. And I just felt like this was so boring. And you said it was a really pretty dress. I don't really agree with that. I think it looks really lumpy and baggy. And I think that's mostly because of the fabric choice and choosing that color. I think we've seen in the past that all black doesn't really translate the best on the stage. And so it was a choice to do that for this runway. And it was not my favorite Jules look.
And I think like I
Hmm.
get the funeral idea, the because like
Like we've been there, we've done that though. I'm over it.
Yeah.
but to me like umbrella or parasol at a funeral gives like rain to me and it gives
Hmm.
umbrella. It doesn't give parasol.
Right,
Like I feel like you wouldn't bring a parasol on to like a funeral on like a sunny day.
right.
I enjoy the dress. I think it's swallowing her up a bit though,
Hmm.
because I think some cinching could help with like proportioning her waist out to where the dress is. Yes, it's not a parasol, so due to technical, I do have to dock her for that as well. She looks gorgeous. I just think there are certain elements that she could have like honed into to be like, okay, bitch. I do agree. It's hard to do an all black look, because black is really hard, especially even with. I can't even tell if she has anything on it or if that's just the nature of the fabric. But like, it's already not reading. It's reading like a navy blue or a deep blue to me instead of a black.
I think that's because of the lighting. It's making it like skew
Agreed.
really like purpley blue.
Yeah.
I I actually think it's like a dark purple, like a eggplant color. I didn't really see
Oh,
black
I could
from
see
it.
that.
Because if you notice in the not parasol, the colors of it is like purple and black, and I read that as, oh, she like when she was making this look, she's like, is Wednesday still relevant? Like season two is gonna be out soon, right? You know, like I don't hate this look. I think
Yeah.
yes, black or really dark colors. It's very hard to read on camera, especially with all those lights. It kind of like it's just hard to see that. So having like texture with black is really important. And I think the this fabric is quite glittery, and I think that's how you're able to see it a little bit better. That being said, I do think it's a little frumpy in some places, like what Morgan
Mhm.
said.
I think the other problem for me is like it sort of lacks a point of view to like make it stand out. Like a lot of people when they have like an open concept like this, you have to come in with like a specific vision that like tells a story to really stand
Yeah.
out. And this one is just like,
I
It
kind of
it feels
wish.
like it was like a she had this beautiful black dress and she was like, okay, let me make a parasol that matches this.
yeah.
Real.
And then she
I
grabbed
ca-
an umbrella.
And then she got an umbrella.
I I wish the blush. This is a little like a nothing burger critique, but I kind of wish the blush was more purple.
I need to comment on something.
What?
I love that your new like favorite thing to say is nothing burger.
Have
It,
you not heard of that before? A nothing burger?
I've heard of it, but you use that all the time now, and it's so funny.
Well, like it is like a nothing burger or like
It is.
what Naomi sees on the on when she is on Race Chaser or Pit Stop, she'll say like she's plucking pussy hairs, but I don't like to say that word so much. So
Okay.
Why are
I
you
just
afraid of it?
Oh,
I
ghost
I
writing.
it's just really
It's a
like
sensitive topic for me.
I wouldn't anyway. Um Yeah, the I wish the blush was purple. That's all I'm trying to say. Because I don't get like the reddish pink blush on this like dark purple outfit.
Mm-hmm. Clock it. Um,
This
this is
is
this is a soft boo.
yeah, it's a soft boo.
Yeah, I agree. It's a soft. Oh,
Oh,
I'm gonna give it like the softest of woos.
yeah,
Beautiful gown, and
it's
that's
not
it.
horrible, but we've seen Jules do a lot better than just this dress.
mhm. Yeah,
I've seen worse from her too. Let's be real.
agreed.
And have.
Speaking of using other catchphrases a million times, up next to the stage
Anyway.
is Ariete. Mom.
Gorge.
Hmm.
Mom.
Hmm.
And it's a parasol.
I was about to say parasol check.
Parasol check. It's
Pass.
good. It's passed. It's good. She looks like that one villain in a telenovela that you don't want to fuck with,
Hmm.
that is rich, will
Hmm.
dispose of your body, and not give a fuck for a whole 6 seasons until they find you again. This is high horror.
She
Yeah.
looks so gorge. This dress is just it's so elegant. This if like obviously it's not all black, but if you want to do black, this is a really good way to do it. Break it up with some color so that we can see more of it. The
Hmm.
having this the big red cape and train framing the black dress made this look so beautiful because you could see it. You could see her figure. You could see more of the details of the dress, and it was so good.
Yeah, it was very, very beautiful. Like one thing you know, this bitch is gonna step on the runway and be beautiful.
Hmm.
She's
Real.
Yeah.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Well, yes. No, I love this look head to toe. It's super
It
slay for
didn't really
me.
like stand out for me though as an Ariete look, if that makes sense.
For you.
No, it's like it's not the craziest we've seen from Arrietty.
Hmm.
It's beautiful, but
Yeah.
I think we're used to Arrietty giving really conceptual looks,
Mhm.
and so this was just like, oh, she's gorgeous, love,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like no
mean,
complaints
no
other than
th
like
complaints.
it's
yeah.
Yeah,
not like the craziest
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, this look is not one of her bests, but it's literally better than like some people's best.
Literally.
Yes.
So,
Woo!
Yeah. Woo!
woo.
Now, speaking of telenovelas, next to the stage, we got Miss Lexi Love.
Lexi Love, parasol check. Pass.
Pass. I thought it was pretty cunty that she just got to alt into it as a cane afterwards.
Girl,
Girl,
That was so
this
smart.
this was
that's a
so
real.
smart.
Yeah,
Like I think like the whole outfit is kind of like I'm not super enthused by it. I think she looks gorgeous, but what
nothing
I
burger.
really no, it's like it's I don't know. I wish it was a little bit more, but I'm not mad at what it is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. Ooh,
But what really pushed this over the edge for me was her interpretation of the parasol of it all. I think
Mhm.
this was really gorge, and watching her have the little stick when she walked out on the runway and immediately turning it into the this little cane, so cute,
Mhm.
so stinking cute, and I think she just looks like a fucking model.
Literally, she looks
Real.
exactly like a model. She looks so chic.
She
I love
looks
the
yes.
outfit.
so
Like this
gorge.
outfit is right up my alley. This is something I really enjoy, and I loved just the cunty little. Oh, you thought this was just a parasol? Oh. Now I'm walking with a cane, bitch.
I
Like
think
you really thought.
even the hairstyle, like the
Hmm.
wig for me, it just gave like
These
rich old
these
woman.
cunty little these two little bang pieces, they're so
Hmm. And
cunt.
that
Yeah.
face, oof, oof,
Girl, face card never
severe,
declined from Miss Lexi
severe,
Love.
honey.
She said it's a she said it's an Amex.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I give her a whoop.
Yeah, this is a
Woo!
woo.
Ooh.
Now, speaking of calling her grandma, next to the stage, we got Miss Sam Star.
Sam Star,
Bitch,
parasol check, pass.
she has no
I
right to
don't
be
like
this
this. Is
beautiful. I'm
this is a
sorry.
reused look?
Oh,
Where?
Clock it,
Where, mom?
Trinity.
Trinity. This is the look that Trinity has posted on social media.
okay,
So
but
Okay.
you'll
I
wait, wait,
was
wait, wait,
talking
wait,
about the
wait, 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 wait.
parasol,
So
and the
you'll give her
parasol is
shit.
a pass.
So you'll give her shit, but Miss Corey King gets a pass?
I did I give her a pass?
And
No,
what
but it
about
sounds
when
like you ain't
and
giving
what
her
about
one.
when Sasha wore the same outfit that Kiri wore the one season after? The JLo dress. What about then?
And did I give her a pass for that?
No.
Well, we weren't reviewing, but
Exactly. So why are you trying to clock my tea?
I mean, it's
I don't mind that like what? Are we gonna are you into fast fashion? Like, I don't care.
I
I
mean, they're paying people to make stuff. So
real.
Yeah, and she wanted to save some money. She's like, "Oh, grandmother Dust has got some clothes I can
mother
borrow."
does.
Grandmother does.
Grandmother botched.
That's her,
So,
Oh,
mind you, that's her mom.
right.
Mom,
no.
is the look bad? No. The look is very gorgeous to me. I just would
She's
rather it have not
very,
been
she's very gorgeous to
a
me.
reused look.
Yeah. I think this is another one that for me suffers from like it's a cute look, but it doesn't give like a parasol vibe to me. It gives very much, and I mean, we clocked this. It gives a beautiful dress that she had that she took the same fabric and made into a parasol. And
Real.
like I think I will say I gave her a pass, but I think this parasol toes the line. But what does it for me is that it just has the straight handle rather than the curved like Jules has had. Jules has had the cool curved like hook handle, and that is umbrella to me. I think this the shape of it is giving umbrella, but it's like small enough and the handle is straight that I'll she gets a pass.
I do also want to
Mhm.
say that I would be more okay with it being like a hand-me-down moment if you like said in your runway presentation, like, oh, this is an homage to my drag mother. Like, this is a look that she wore, and I'm referencing it here, but that's just my tea. And you
And
are
honestly,
like,
that
you're
Trinity
correct to clock
probably
it.
made
Yeah, you're
too.
correct to
Like,
Oh,
clock it
yeah.
too, because this parasol did not go with this look when it was originally made. This was made after. So
yeah. And it gave that to me. I think she looks gorgeous. I love the butterfly details in her hair. I think it's clean.
Yeah, it's
It's
still a
kind of
gorgeous look.
exactly,
I'm not
it's
gonna boo it or
exactly,
anything.
yeah, it's exactly what we expect from Sam Starr in that it's like a polished look, but
Hmm.
kind of without a lot of creativity behind it.
Right.
Mm.
Cookie cutter.
Yeah, cookie cutter,
It is, and I mean
but
something
gorgeous.
and
Hmm.
gorgeous. Something I will note is that she is wearing like her quintessential hair.
Girl.
I would
Hmm.
have loved for her to
Mm-hmm.
switch up the not the loaf, what would we
And
call
the
this? Like the
hairline's a little
swerve.
low. I can't
Ooh,
lie.
ooh,
She is a touch low, it's true.
She got a three
clock
head.
it. Clock it.
So I'm gonna give this the softest of woos
Yeah,
because
it's a
I'm
soft one.
gonna boo.
it's a strong outfit. It's just I've seen Sam want to push the envelope more in past weeks where they haven't asked her to do that yet. So why not
Right.
do it now?
It's a woo.
Woo! Next to Don't Raid on My Parade, we have this Lydia Butthole Collins. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm here for it.
Parasol check. Pass.
I don't know what this is, and quite frankly, it looks too good, so I don't give a fuck. Like
Um,
this hat mask
I
with
Stop.
no. Okay. So my biggest thing about this look, because I think it's really cool. I think it's so Lydia. I despise this stupid little pearl piece right here.
Mhm.
This would have been so great for me if it didn't have this because it looks so disconnected from everything else. I don't know why she put it there. And because I think this headpiece on its own is so cool. It's a really interesting thing. Like I don't know what to call it, but it's cool to
Mhm.
look at. It matches the parasol and it matches the dress. And the only thing that sticks out is this stupid little pearl adornment right here. I hate that. But otherwise, this is so Lydia. It's great. Yeah, she looks great.
well, not only do I hate the pearl, but I also hate the like one wig she keeps on using. Just that one wig that she doesn't even style. It's just flat. It's boring. I'm getting a little tired of it. We want to
There
talk about reusing looks. Change the here, turn it around, turn it to
Change
the
it.
side.
Costume. Change it
Like, give it a
around.
different part. I don't know. Just make it curly. Just try something, because it's like,
in defense of Miss Butthole, I think she is always wearing some sort of funky fascinator or headpiece. So
Hmm.
like she's not a girl that I'm ever looking too closely at the hair. I mean, even in this look, when I was going through everything, I didn't even talk about the hair because I kind of just ignore it in this look. It is what it is, and
Hmm.
it doesn't change my opinion of the rest of it
Hmm.
because it's just kind of there.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
My good sister. We're related in that way. The
Right.
Collins family.
And your middle name's
This
also Butthole.
exactly. People don't talk about that enough. Um, this okay. Like the vision is there for me. I'm a Lydia defender, obviously. But yes, I think we can all agree. Girl, what is that? Like,
What
what is
is
this?
that?
Like, this is, you're not wearing literally anything white. Nothing about this is giving like pearl elegance. Like, it's
Like
just
if she had
there.
gone for like if it had been a black pearl, I wouldn't have hated
Yeah,
it as much.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
But it's a white. It's like it's just stark white against the rest of this outfit. It makes no sense.
And she loves to do something like random like that too in every single look. And it's like, girl,
Yeah.
sometimes it works,
Normally,
sometimes
Edit.
it does not.
normally I am on the Miss Butthole Collins train. This time she has maybe like a foot off the gas.
Hmm.
Um, like I like the type of fabric she's trying to use. It's different. compared to some of the other girls. I just don't think it's as effective as the rest of the girls.
Yeah, and I didn't like that there's just like a black panty underneath.
Yeah.
Like it was a boo for me. I'll be real.
It's a boo for
Uh,
me too.
yeah,
It's a soft woo for me.
it's a very
Oh,
soft war for me.
okay.
But speaking of a series of unfortunate events, next to the stage is Miss Corey King, and one of y'all are gonna start because I turned
Parasol
off.
check, fail.
No, fail. That's an umbrella,
Oh my God,
mom.
this is we can see it.
Yeah,
I can see that's an umbrella.
this is an upholstered umbrella. Um,
Um,
go ahead, go ahead.
so first of all, what are the odds, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're here, we're
I mean, she
experiencing
talked
it
about it.
together. Um, mhm. Why are we Orphan Annie as Dorothy?
Yeah, I think
If she was a hooker, like,
like I'll agree with what the judges said in that this hair color looks good on her, but like I don't
Hmm.
necessarily agree with the choice to do this color hair for this look.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
especially with the
also
orange stripes in it.
I know she said like, oh, like the bottom of it is like yellow brick road, like the bottom of the umbrella, the parasol. Sorry, she's trying to pass it. It's like, oh, an homage to the yellow brick road. I'm like, it just looks weird. Like, why do you have a random yellow parasol lining?
I think it'd be really cool if she like showed the bottom of her shoes and that was painted yellow as if she's been
Or if
like
like there was a
walking.
yellow like mini train falling behind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
Like
be really cute.
like
I
that
think
wasn't
it
really
was
translating for me.
yeah, it was a cute idea. It was executed to a comparable level of what we've seen so far from Corey King, unfortunately.
And we'll talk
Um
about it for the lip sync, but I put the basket down. Put it down.
I think I will say I think for what it is, Corey looks good. Like
Hmm.
the body is right. I think the I'm happy to see her in like a gown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a short dress. Finally, she's learned how to hide those knees.
I think the dress itself is a little, it's not made particularly like super well. There's some bagginess, there's some
Yeah.
areas where like the pattern is stretching a little bit more because of her body. It's
Yeah.
it still has like that Corey King flair of bad.
Unpolished.
Yeah.
I I
What's
Um,
think
crazy
that
is this is like kind of the most polished
yeah,
she's
this
looked
is
on the show.
literally, I'm
yeah.
like, this is like one of
Un
her more like artistically devious looks.
yeah. I
I
think it's. Oh, sorry, Mag, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's better, but at this stage of the competition, better does not cut it.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Oh, and
I
I'm just
think
realizing it's baggy because
oh my
it comes off.
Hmm.
God. Oh my God.
And there's
The
one more thing. Oh,
anyway, the bottom of the dress is like frumpy and I don't like it.
It wanted to be a mermaid, but it's so droopy.
It's
oh, she
like
should have called Hormona.
She needed like a crinoline or something or like organza under that to poof it out.
And
Organza
Hormona
eleganza. That's gonna be their
could have
next
told
runway.
her, like, here's how you do a mermaid gown.
No, literally.
dehydrated mermaid.
Oh,
Oh,
so the season 10 runway
oh,
Oh,
where they were in wheelchairs, mom.
Oh
the
bitch,
Asia
this
O'Hara
stupid
face.
Yeah.
Asia here with the fish
The full
face
apple.
on.
Yes!
Yeah.
Mohart in the cut
Or
to the feeling lip sync.
oh no.
Monet with her big ass weapon.
Okay, but
Real.
that was like Monet's best runway on season
That
10.
was kind of sickening. But no, for Miss Corey King, I'm gonna give her bow.
It's a boo.
Boo,
It's a
unfortunately.
boo.
Now going down the yellow brick road for this next parasol look, we have Miss Anya Nerve.
Parasol check. I'm gonna leave it in the middle
Right, it
because
is
Oh,
borderline.
because this is giving raincoat. Like
Mhm.
it's giving it's supposed to be an umbrella. And so like I think the the umbrella that it is, like it's cool and I like it and I like it with this look, but I don't know. I struggle to call it a parasol still.
And
But
as for the
come on,
look,
this look is really cool.
yeah,
mm-hmm.
the look is cutesy, very, very raincoat. Like she has her little galoshes on.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's not like groundbreaking or anything, but it is cute. It doesn't need to be groundbreaking.
No real. I think she sold it. Like
Yeah.
Hmm
it is cute. It's a moment. Like
I love the structure of the sleeves.
it's
hmm
very like
Yes.
singing in the rain meets drag.
hmm
Like it's so cute and I won't say timeless, but like it definitely captures a moment for you where you're like, huh, I would remember this if I was given a chance.
And you know what? Now that we're talking about it, this look very much it gives raincoat. It gives like I'm sorry, Miss Anya. It's a fail. That's an umbrella.
It's giving like higher Georgie. It's like pre-arm torn off, realness.
We can only see one arm, by the way, so
Oh, we don't know. We don't know. Could be
it could be
post.
toast.
Like
It
it
could be
looked
tucked
like
away.
she's looking for a little paper boat, and
Mhm.
Well,
that's cute.
she's looking for the season 4 boats, mom.
For
Bitch.
real.
Honestly,
Willow,
they should bring that
my
challenge
boat
back.
is the best.
Make them make a
Yes,
car or something. Like just give them a cunty
please.
vehicle that they have to decorate and then walk down the runway with.
No, I want to see them bitches do soup again. That would be good.
Girl,
I want to see it.
that was so camp and stupid.
Um, but Miss Nerve had the greatest of nerve to do this, so I give her a woo.
Woo!
Yeah, it's a woo.
Will.
All right. Next to the rainstorm, we have Miss Acacia Forgot. This bitch said, I'm going to have not one, not two, but three fucking parasols.
Parasol check. Pass.
Um, what's unfortunate about it for me is the fact that it's similar to her other Western looks, and the fact that like similar like
It's at least
corset
oh,
bustier, and then we get the skirt, and then we like I get that it's her aesthetic, but I feel like we've seen her in better. Like we should continue to see her elevate, and I think aside from quite literally her hair trying to meet Jesus, uh, she looks pretty, but to me it just doesn't pack that punch.
I don't know. I think for me what loses me for this outfit is the skirt.
hmm
Because since it's in the sheer, the what I think are supposed to be black stripes turn a little brown,
Yeah,
and so it feels disconnected from the rest of it.
very that.
Yeah.
Um, and I this like A-line skirt I like kind of, but I don't know. I agree that it just kind of feels like we've seen it before from Miss Acacia from the neck down at least.
hmm
Um, I think it's fine, and I think the wig part is a fun interpretation of the parasol theme. I um like I feel like sometimes with Acacia it isn't always like pushed totally to that drag level in the look
hmm
department. And this I think really the wig was like, okay, yeah, love this moment, like love this fun interpretation of a parasol.
I think if this skirt was instead like a maybe like a pleated ruffled, just like black instead, just simple, clean, this could
Yeah.
have been a really cute look. I just, and I hate it too because like for me, She looks so good. Like I loved this look without if I go like and block the bottom half, then I'm like, oh, this is cute.
Yeah,
This
like
Hmm.
is
the
really gorgeous.
corset and this ribbon like across
Hmm.
her décolletage is like really cute. I like this corset,
And
but
how
it's
that
the
ribbon
skirt.
accents into like her like ribbon
Yeah.
ascot.
Yeah,
Like,
I wish it wasn't a sheer skirt because I think
yeah.
those horizontal stripes would have been more effective if they were black, like the ribbon here, the ribbon on her neck, excuse me, and
Hmm.
then the parasols and the wig. It would have connected a little bit more for me, I think,
And I do have another critique for the makeup. I wish that the makeup was more neutral toned.
rather
Like if
than
we
so
had like more
red.
of a nude lip, that would be way better. Or even if we went like dark, vampy, like goth makeup, like give
Yeah.
me a black lip, give me a really smoked out eye. Like,
I think this would have been really nice with like just a nude look with rather than so
hmm
much blush, just like a nice bronze.
I agree.
And I think, yeah,
It
it,
needed some
it's
editing.
it's the editing, it's the finish that I don't love. I think
Hmm.
it's almost there.
For me, my least favorite part about this is definitely the skirt. What I really don't like to see is stripes that are horizontal and then also stripes that are vertical. Pick
Clock it.
one. Me
Clock
also
it.
wearing a plaid shirt where it's horizontal and vertical. We're gonna ignore that. We listen,
Yes, but that's
but we
plaid.
don't
That's different.
judge.
Well, you're a
Yeah.
farmer.
Anyway, um, I think if the I definitely like Morgan's idea of like if it was just the black ruffle skirt kind of moment, I think that would be much more effective. I will say, though the outfit itself is a little boring, she made it draggy with the idea of the parasol itself, and that is the focus of the runway is the parasol, and she's like, let
Hmm.
me make it campy. And I
Hmm.
really love the direction of her choice. It's just the skirt is just a little not it for me, and it just feels so disjointed because of the way that the stripes are going on either way. And that's my fashion critiques from Mac.
Yeah. Like I need that skirt to be just like a really structured, like unmoving material, pleated black.
Yeah.
And then I would be like really set.
Same. But for me, this is a very, very light bow.
Me, it's still a woo.
Yeah,
I still like it enough.
it's a really soft woo for me.
Yeah.
I think I like it enough that the skirt doesn't make me mad enough to boo it.
Right. Same.
I'm a little on the fence. I could definitely woo or boo it. I will give it a little. I will give it a little woo, but I definitely think that there is some like big changes she could have made to really
Edit,
like
Hmm.
edit.
improve
And I do want to
almost.
say that like while the skirt would tip me in that direction, I think the thing that would tip me the most is the face. Like the face is throwing me off more for some reason. I think the face is like not matching the look at all, whereas the skirt
No.
kind of is.
Yeah.
It's still
Um,
good.
mhm. All right, last but certainly not least, who is it? Oh yeah, it's Lana Del Rey.
Girl.
Does she
Parasol
pass?
check. This is another one that's middling for me, but for the same reasons that I gave Jules, it's a fail.
No, I feel that.
Because she went for the same like black at a funeral, like umbrella at a funeral vibes, and that to me is a rain vibe. It doesn't say parasol; it says umbrella. I think a lot of the distinction between a parasol and an umbrella for me is the context of it, and like umbrella for or like something like that for a funeral vibe always says umbrella to me rather than um,
Mhm.
rather than parasol. And I think it's a really cute, ornate umbrella. And it's another one that toes the line a little bit more in the shape and the structure of it. Um, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The
Like,
the only thing I want to kind of push back on is that when you see a close up of her, she kind of reveals that she's fangs, like a vampire. And I feel like if she's kind of like out in the day, she would need a parasol to block the sun. Me randomly defeating Lana for once.
amazing.
Um,
I mean, you're defending the parasol, you're not defending her.
well, yes. But I also do love vampires, so I guess I just had to,
Implicit bias.
And
yeah.
if that's the, I mean, if that's the case, I think I missed that, and that I guess it changes the context for me. And I think I'm, like I said, I was middling on this as umbrella versus parasol anyway. So
I
Hmm.
think for me, okay, so like when it comes to parasol versus umbrella, I think of umbrella as like a tool to, you're using it as a tool. Like it's not like an accessory most of the
and
time.
yeah, the parasol
Like,
is just an accessory to the look.
yeah,
It's
it
not
is
really
not,
functional.
it's not really made to keep rain away, really even to keep sun away. In most cases, it's usually like a thin material that's just kind of there for decoration to like complete a look. Um, this is boring. I Okay, so like I didn't like Jules for the same reason. This was the other person that did this like black runway theme, which was just boring and drab. I just hate this concept. Like this is such a boring concept, and I want Lana to be doing more
Yeah,
again. And I'm left wanting more again, and I'm getting annoyed again.
yeah. It's like
Like she looks beautiful. Like, okay, cool, congrats. You can keep looking beautiful, but like there's no like conceptual thing happening here. Like you're just wearing like a nice black gown and putting
is
allegedly
it
putting some fangs in.
is it that nice? Like
It's basic.
and it what I honestly I don't love the choice of the like turtleneck and the sleeves on this. Like I think it's I don't know.
I think she's lucky that she has the proportions that she does where it like isn't cutting her off
Yeah.
too bad, but it still is like really cutting her off and it comes off a little matronly.
Yeah, it's very matron.
I'm just not like I'm
I
not here
think the
for
cut
it.
of the skirt, like the cut of the skirt is nice. I like that like the like mermaid tail, but it's up front, it's at like her knees and you can still see her legs. But then it's longer towards the back, but
Mhm.
I don't like the rest of the dress.
I don't know if I necessarily like the cut of it either. I don't like that it's like you can tell where it starts the mermaid
Yeah,
part.
the seam of it is a little harsh.
And I don't like the ruffle still cuts midway between the bottom of her leg, so it's like a weird. It's weird for me. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Um, I mean, Miss Lana will always look gorgeous, without a doubt. She does not pass the parasol test for me either. Um, I think if she was gonna go mermaid, this dress needs to be longer. It needs to come down to where it's like just maybe like an inch or two, and then you get the rest of the ruffle of the mermaid down at bottom. Um, I still want more. Like I want the energy from Lana to pick up. I don't think she's fully arrived yet. Like she's getting there. She's at the station. She collected a bus ticket, but the bus is still waiting for her. It's still running.
Mhm.
It just hasn't gotten to her stop yet. Like, and hopefully she'll get to say that she did sooner rather than later if she stays. So for me, this is a Light woo.
This is a boo for me.
This is a boo.
Spit it out, girl.
Mm.
What is it?
I'm still kind of like on the fence. Like I don't love it, I don't hate it.
On your
It's
fence.
Anya,
very
please go
that.
on stage on your
Very on
fence.
your fence. Y'all want to talk about gate this and gate this. What about on you? What about the fences? Y'all be missing out on the fences.
Oh, we'll start the fences
Uh,
next week, Mom. Uh,
hmm On guard. Anyway, that was a boo. Anyway, let's move on.
so we have
Yeah.
Ariadne, Lana, Lexi, and Lydia, but Whole Collins, they're safe. They head to the back. Um, the
Yeah,
winner,
Real. Yeah.
the winner this week was Miss Sam Starr for the Rusical.
I was kind of gagged about that. I think, like, while I don't think she didn't deserve it, I just really didn't think that was who they were going to give it to.
I was like, okay, like a top spot. I was like, yeah, like she had a good
Yeah.
role, like, and the runway was like fine. Like I wasn't mad at anything that Samstar did, but I did. Okay, listen, I'm just gonna talk about it, and we're gonna get through this. We're gonna hash it out. The critique of you struggled to pick it up in the rehearsal, and so therefore that has docked against you is so tired to me.
Mhm.
I'm so over that critique because when you say, oh, but you did a literal perfect, amazing job, you were the star of the show, your segment killed, it was the highlight of the entire performance.
And her voice is
However,
so
It's
good. Like she has such a
sick.
beautiful
yeah,
voice.
and then
It's
to be like,
sick on
but
me.
you did struggle a little bit when we were giving it to you. Okay, it turned out amazing, clearly.
Yeah.
Listen,
So,
okay,
like,
I feel like they were trying to find an issue, like with Miss Burner, where she was like, oh, she didn't do an 8 count at the end, bottom. Like,
like I can't. That annoyed the crap out of me. Like, that has nothing to do with the challenge. Okay, sorry I didn't pick up choreography instantly like everybody else, but I clearly picked it up and performed it exceptionally.
Right.
right.
So, what? I hate that critique. That critique is so tired.
No, literally. Speaking of people who are not tired, Susie, too, Jules, and Anya are high for this week. Um,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like that's correct.
Agreed about all of them. I
Yeah.
Jules killed me in that pink
Jules,
ticket.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, she got the Dance 10 Looks 3 number. That was always going to be a hit. Like,
Yeah,
and
Yes.
when her nipple slipped out,
it just made
She
it
said, let me put
funnier
that bitch back in.
and let it slip out again.
like, and Jules is the good kind of performer where she noticed but made it part of her
Yeah.
routine and was able to make it a moment. She
Hmm.
Mhm.
didn't let a wardrobe malfunction stop her because of anything. It worked for the number anyway.
Exactly. And then Susie was okay. Like, listen, I'm just gonna say it. Like Susie's part
Spit
for
it
me
out,
wasn't
sis.
like the most memorable part. Like I was like, oh, okay, cute. Next.
I think
And like
she
I
spent too much energy
understand
fighting the girls instead of putting it into her part.
exactly. Like the her number for me was like, okay, it's cute. It wasn't like winning the challenge.
Yeah. And I think that's why she didn't want it.
Yeah. Yeah,
For
exactly.
real.
And oh, poor Mother Acacia.
Yeah,
Well,
there were no lows, and our bottom two was Miss Acacia Forgot and
They
Corey
said nobody else
King.
did bad other than y'all, so you can just put the
They're
bottom.
like by default.
and
Uh,
it's a shame because like I feel like Acacia, if she had knocked it out of the park, fighting for that role would have been a good choice. Like it could have been a really big moment. You had the stage to yourself for a long
hmm
time. You could have made that so much more,
hmm
but it was just
that's the thing with this part in particular. You have to be able to really sell emotion.
mhm.
Like it was an emotional moment. It's not going to be some big over the top dance number. It's going to be how did I sell this with my voice and how am I selling it when I'm performing it? And unfortunately, she lacked in both of those things.
Agreed.
She bit off way more than she could chew.
Completely. And like especially as a girl that had never done theater before,
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
to give yourself the 11 o'clock number is crazy.
Girl,
Hmm.
to try to give main character energy,
Yeah.
like you should have been like a lion, tinsman, flying monkey,
And
something.
I'm sure
Literally.
at like I think those three parts were written to be the safe girls because
Hmm.
they have the like at the ballet moment and it's cute and then it's over and
Right.
it's and it was fine. All of them being safe, I was like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like if Acacia had done one of those, she probably squeaks by, but I think
Yeah.
she
And
put herself in too big of a focus.
I take that back about the flying monkey thing. I also probably wouldn't do either of those because they are so supposed to be so synchronized and that's so difficult to pull off. Like one mess up and you're
And
already like not together.
right, and even if like my my strategic ass brain, I'm like, even if I were to get a win for this, we both get the win for this most likely because
Hmm.
there's no way you can separate how we did in this challenge or we won't get the win for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I could have honestly seen Lydia get like low, to be
Lydia did
honest.
fine. I think they really wanted to reward the people that did well.
Hmm.
But
I
I
think they liked
definitely
this one too.
I do think that Corey was like by far the worst of the two.
Yeah.
Um
And
yeah.
I think it was partly because she is another girl that like psyched herself out because of the role that she got.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, and so like she was spending too much energy on that and not enough on actually putting it towards the performance. Because I think she did like an okay job. I don't think she did horrible, but she didn't have a standout role and she didn't really make it much.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Meow.
And then
Um, ooh, but the lip sync song was a good one. It was Wet Dreams by Adam Lambert.
Hmm.
Um, and unfortunately, we do say goodbye to Miss Acacia.
she really just got eaten up too.
She did. She really did.
And
She tried
like
her best.
I
Sorry, that was not
I
shade. She genuinely did try her best.
and
Um,
lest we forget to mention, Miss Corey King loses her wig
Hmm.
this is the season of girls losing their wigs and still winning.
because
So,
I think the I guess some good that can come out of it is like I think there have been girls that have won the lip sync but lost their wig and then
mhm,
not won the lip sync because they lost their wig, and so like I think it's good to like if the wig comes off, it just means you're performing really passionately most of the time. And so if you can recover from it, I think it's like
yeah.
whatever, who cares? You're a
I think
drag
the
queen.
Well,
main
That's not
difference
your real
this
hair.
season too is like the girls aren't leaving the wigs off for the
Right.
remainder of their performance.
Yeah.
In
Sometimes
past
they're just left
seasons,
behind.
girl, in
Yeah.
past
If
seasons, they're throwing them into the rafters. Like it's not a look, honey.
yeah.
Like put that back on.
Yeah.
well, I
And they
also
both
will
of these wigs have
say
been
that
resolved.
I
Sorry,
will
go ahead.
say that some of the girls were told in Untucked to glue their wig down a little bit more, especially when you literally can see a close up and it's like part of the wig is coming down and you're having a little kiki with your little boo, you whore. Well, subscribe, by the way. Um, and
Roll credits.
she's like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna glow down cuts to the actual episode when the wig falls off and the little twink, the little goofy demon twink is like, I told her to glue her work down and she didn't.
Or word.
Like,
For work. I told her to glue her work down.
No, but that like it's tea. Like I think it was such a funny moment. Like especially coming after Lana losing her wig literally
Literally.
mere minutes ago. Like
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's the end of our episode. Next week, did they say what we're doing next week? What are we doing next week?
I forgot.
I
Oh,
don't
Design
know. I watched
challenge
that. Oh yeah, it
sister,
is
yes, it
Design
is the design
challenge,
challenge.
yes.
another
Again.
design challenge.
The
Another
only
one.
the only tiny little thing I want to say is on Tuck they have the iconic pyramid from Dance Moms and they were shady to Susie too. And I
Oh,
love
They
that.
are
That was
shady to
iconic.
us
That was
too.
iconic. If
I
you
didn't
haven't
watch
watched
those
on Tuck,
parts.
go watch. It's so funny.
I only got half the story.
I only got half the
Um,
story.
y'all are
Oh,
fake.
We're not reviewing Untucked.
only when we want to talk about it do we
Real.
review
Speaking
Y'all
Untucked.
don't like icons.
Speaking of talking about it in icons, that is the end of our episode. We will see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.